What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Sector 2 of Conquest. Here we go, baby. We've got some delicious, delicious Gouda cheese for you. You want to be doing buff immunity and dazes? I got you covered, bro. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Sector 2. So what do we need to do? Here we go. Inflict Daze 40 times, inflict buff immunity 40 times. We can cover these off in one battle. Not particularly fun, not particularly easy, but it can be done. 10 battles with a Mega Fugitive. I'm not going to go over these, guys. Alright. A Mega Fugitive and Batcher surviving. If you want to do that, you take in Bam, Dash, and Han. You go in with Batcher and a Mega Fugitive, and you just win. Try to get, lots of Ruthless Swiftness, that sort of stuff. Go in and try to win off the turn meter trains and the damage that you deal, or throw them in with your GLs. Just systematically go through and do it, okay? That's the best way to do it. Any sort of team that's going to go first. If you've got Volatile Accelerator and Amplify Agony setups, going with Reaver, that sort of thing, okay? Same for win 20 battles without losing units. Not going to cover this. You should be able to do that organically over the period. But these two we can do. First thing I'll say, Daze. If you are not like me and you get fortunate enough to find yourself an Imperial Trooper team, like Imperial Trooper is the best one. You could do it with Grand Inquisitor, it's not very good. Okay, but Imperial Trooper team is the easiest way of getting it done. We can cheese it out with Adrad. So I'll show you how you do that. I'll find one over here somewhere. We'll find ourselves an Imperial Trooper team. This is the easiest way. So something like this. This is the easiest way to get Daze. Just go in with a Rogue One team. Admiral Radis over here, his leadership. Check it out. When an Empire enemy gains bonus turn meter, they get dazed for 2 turns. Can't be resisted. Now, this works. It didn't for a short time. If it doesn't work for you, I'm sorry. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Should help you towards your feet. I've had people tell me in my Discord this works. As you can see, immediately, they've all got dazed. You can just hit it on auto. Or even, to be honest, to a degree, we can go auto basic. Data discs, rather, don't even matter here, because the enemy is just going to get dazed all the flipping time, every single time that they gain bonus turn meter. So when they cleanse that daze, when they take a turn, they'll then gain bonus turn meter again, and that will then trigger them to get more daze once again. So it's the easiest way of getting it done. You should be able to get it done really, really quickly in this setup over here. Should not be an issue in the slightest with you getting this done right now, right here. So obviously this is not going to count for me because I've already done it and it's in the wrong sector. But hey, Adrad is the best way of getting a Daze. However, if you are like me and you did not get that Daze, you can cheese it out against this boss node. It's not particularly easy. It's using the same thing as usual. Get that Droideka stunned and controlled him. So let's talk about the team and we'll go from there. So this is the team I used. The core trio is always the same. CLS, Chewbacca, Han. Tried to do it more stamina than what I've got, obviously. These are the guys that are going to control the turn meter on the enemy Droideka, right? Rolo over here, she has the wonderful benefit of being a rebel, but also deal physical damage to target enemy and inflict buff immunity for 2 turns. Whereas Zeb over here, he is also a rebel and he does Daze on a basic for 2 turns. Those two combined get you your buff and your Daze. We'll show you the footage now. So you don't want to go in with too much Ruthless Swiftness because you don't want to take too many turns. If you take too many turns, that's what causes the Droideka to use his first special instead of rolling up. Essentially, you want to stun your Grievous and kill the Grievous as soon as possible. Hopefully, the B2 gets dazed by Zeb through a counterattack. If that happens, it makes it a lot easier. Unfortunately, that Droideka still did not actually go ahead and roll up into damage immunity, so we have to waste some of our turns. Try to stall it out a little bit to get that Droideka to take a turn. Do not use the AoE with Rolo because that will potentially put buff immunity out. You want to get rid of the B1 next. He's the biggest threat, provided the B2 is dazed. After Droideka has rolled up into damage immunity, make sure you land the tenacity down on him. Take out the B2 super battle nerd, and then we're going to go focus full auto basic on that enemy Droideka, and he should never take a turn from here, okay? Never take a turn from there because you should be generating enough turn meter and you should be stripping enough TM off of him that he just never takes another turn ever again, all right? Easier, like I said, if you've got more stamina on your units than I do, but essentially all we're doing here is just auto basicing. Like I said, Rolo will apply buff immunity, Zeb will apply Daze. Leave it run for the 8 or 9 minutes. You'll rack up hundreds of exposes and everything will be happy and clappy, I guess. As you can see, when it got to about 7.5 minutes left on the timer, I got bored. I'm tired, guys. It's been a long day. And I just thought, you know what, let's back out. I've proven my point. So seeing as though we're not going through the other feats, we might as well talk about the mid-boss and the end-boss feats. Win with Lord Vader and Scorch. If you have Lord Vader and Scorch, I don't think you need my help. Win without using Jedi, Sith, or unaligned Force users in your squad. That's not terribly bad. Generally speaking, I would say Beskar Armor Mando. Probably with the likes of Han, Chewbacca, Dash, and a +1. I don't know who that +1 might be. I mean, in this case, I'll use Commander Ahsoka, I guess. Why not? Something like this. She's an unaligned Force user. Don't use her. Don't be silly. Let's just get a scoundrel in. Gosh. Can you tell how tired I am, guys? Can you tell how tired I am right now? Who should we throw in? Who should we throw in as an additional scoundrel? I don't know. I'll take in Skiffguard Lando. He's useful because he can turn me to swap back over to Bam if we need be, okay? Bam's useful here because he is able to generate turn meter when we deal damage to the enemy team. Alright, so I will probably go for the stun on B2 because I don't want him taking a bonus turn at the start. After that, we just kind of have to hope that nobody dies like that. I'm going to go into Whistling Birds. And then I think I might just pass this straight back over to Bam and see if we can insta-yeet out Grievous. Bit like that. Yeah, a bit like that. That sounds great. And then we'll just do the AoE from Dash. Take you out. Well, I guess we'll just have to eat the miss there. Let's protect our hand. Granted, we have obviously lost a unit here, which is a big sad, but the dodges are real. But end of the day, we still got the win. So, I mean, obviously not an ideal team. If you've got Jabba the Hutt is the easiest one to get no unaligned Force users, those hokey-pokey religions. That's the one. That works. That works. Definitely Jabba is the best. Okay, so what's on the boss node? I don't even know. Win with a full squad of Empire units. It's Empire versus Bosk, guys. Take in like a EP Mara Jade Vader team, you'll be fine. Win with Jocasta New surviving. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take in Imperial Troopers. Nobody knows why. Imperial Troopers with what? And then I'm going to throw in Jocasta. Okay, now if we can take a turn and actually get the ball rolling and win this somehow, I'll be amazed for one, but you'll call me amazing. So I guess it's all worth it. All you have to do with what is you use the basic on turn 1, and that should feed you a decent amount of turn meter. After that, we just want to kind of win, I guess, would be the optimal term. Right, let's see if we can just go all in on Boba Fett. If you can get that first defeat like that, usually you've got enough turn meter then. Oh my lord. Alright, calm down. Didn't say you could do that, did I? Alright, let's go all in on Zam then. There we go, Zam is gone. Let's gain some additional buffs and stuffs. Take out Django once, take out Django twice. Let's gain some more turn meter again, even though we're maxed out. See, even Jocasta took a turn. Isn't that crazy? Even Jocasta took a turn. Bop, bop, there goes Bosk. So there you go, guys. There you go. Jocasta knew. They didn't really take a turn outside of the AoE, and they wouldn't have done that if I hadn't done my AoE, so just win. With Imperial Troopers and what? Okay, cool, groovy. That's Sector 2, baby. Hope it was helpful for you. If it was, let me know, I guess. See you all in the next video. Peace out and big love, y'all.